Welcome to the Bison Coaches Corner. I'm Jeremy Jorgensen, joined by head women's basketball coach Carolyn DeHoff. The Bison lost 2 times on the road this weekend. They are the 7th seed in the upcoming Summit League tournament. We're going to break down this road trip first, though, before we break down that bracket. And Coach, lost both games, but there were some positives. That Thursday night game was back and forth. Tell us about that game a little bit. You were up 16. They force overtime, and then they win it in overtime. Tell us how the game transpired.
Yeah, I thought our kids played really well. Certainly Marina and Holly had great games, and you wouldn't know it that at halftime they were in the locker room losing their lunch. Really funny how that happens.
Yeah.
And they turned around and had good games. I just teams are going to make a run at home, and certainly they did, and they got up, but we also answered, and then it went into overtime, and unfortunately we lost Polly Harrington about the second or third possession of that overtime to a Terrell 3, which gave them a 2-possession 5-point lead. And sometimes in overtime when that happens, that kind of gives the momentum to that team, and our kids battled. We came up short.
The way you lost the game, those games sometimes take a lot out of a team. Then you have to travel to Denver. Did that impact the Denver game a little bit? Probably impact everyone was down a little bit, and you had the travel.
I really didn't feel that our kids, were down. The travel was easy. We got there for practice. It was just getting to the game. They had a 104-car pileup due to weather, so we were about an hour and 15 minutes late for the game, and they obviously pushed it back an hour. But we still had a good start to the game. Again, we shot it well. They made a run. One possession in the first half that we kind of needed. Kayla Becken got a nice little turnover and turned right around and ran right into an official. Knocked her down. The ball went out of bounds, and I was like, is there like a house rule that we can say that that's our ball? Because it ended up being a 5-point turnaround, because obviously we didn't get those 2 points, and what they did is they came back and hit a 3.
Okay.
And so it kind of gave them momentum going in at half. Then it was... They shot really well in the second half. We had to try a couple things different defensively, found something, ended up cutting it to 4 a couple times, and just couldn't get the other baskets to get the game tied and to get stops, and ended up Denver winning that game.
Now, before we break down the bracket, we talked last week about how, forget the wins and losses on this road trip. You want to be playing well going into the tournament. Do you feel like you elevated your play a little bit heading into the Summit League tournament?
I really do, because, again, we tweaked some things offensively here the last 3 weeks. And certainly it showed here, showed some in the South Dakota State game, and showed greatly this last weekend in both of these games.
Right.
And again, Holly and Marina played well. Brooke Lamar had 11 assists against Denver. So again, I feel comfortable offensively. Obviously, defensively, we got scored about 90-some points in the paint over the 2 games. And so those are some things that we're going to have to atone to, is try to protect the paint more a little bit, because obviously IUPUI is going to be a very athletic, go at you in the paint rebound this weekend for the Summit League tournament.
Let's break down this bracket now, and we're going to look at this matchup against IUPUI and look at some of the highlights from the game at the BSA. They beat you twice. They're a very good team, a very balanced team. They have scoring from all over the place. They can do a lot of different things. An athletic team, aren't they?
They are. Obviously, they've got shooters and they have athleticism. Obviously, the Goss kid, has a potential to be the Summit League player of the year, and we'll see. Those votings will come out here in a couple days. Certainly, they bring kids off the bench. We ended up going up at their place, playing really well for 14 minutes. And then their athleticism caught up with us a little bit on the glass, and certainly with turnovers. And so those are some of the things that we're going to have to do better this third time that we play them.
A lot can happen in the tournament, too. We've seen it many, many times where the 8 will scare the 1 or the 7 will scare the 2. So, do you almost tell the kids, throw the seeds out, this is a matchup we can win, and isn't it a matchup that the kids are confident they can win?
Well, it's just, the pressure's not on us.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest thing, is just, trying to get the kids to know that the pressure isn't on you. Go out and have fun. Execute, the game plan like you've been doing, tighten it up a little bit better, and know that, again, it's tournament time. So tournament time is anybody's time. Have confidence in the way that we have been playing lately, and see what we can do with IUPUI on Saturday.
You have to feel real confident, too, that the scoring took an uptick this past weekend. That's always something, I think, in postseason. You have to be able to score the basketball. You have to be, above adequate defensively, and you're scoring the basketball right now, and I think that's a real positive.
I think it's huge for us, and certainly even the play of Kayla Becken and Liz Keena off the bench, especially against Denver. They gave us I think 12 and 6 points, about 18 points off the bench for us. And, we haven't been having that much here lately. And so if we can continue that along with the play of Marina Hawley and what Brooke is doing for us, that's great compliments to those 3 kids. So it's certainly going to take all of us, and it's going to take all of us with great effort on the defensive end of the floor, see if we can keep this thing close and close this out.
Austin Parkinson's the head coach of IUPUI, came from the men's side. He's done a nice job with that program, really elevated them quickly in this league. What is his style?
Well, I think he runs a lot of NBA sets. At least that's what it appears, to me, and gets his kids in situations that they're successful, takes advantages of some mismatches. Obviously, they've really picked up, where I think he wants them to be defensively, especially in the half court. They get after you. They rotate very well. Obviously, they do very well on the glass, both offensively and defensively. And he's built depth, and depth plays a big part at this time in the season. And so he's done a great job in his short years, and certainly it's going to be another contest for us on Saturday.
One thing I was thinking of, too, if you can pull the upset in this game, you have a day off before Monday. You're also on the opposite side of South Dakota State. If you can put one game together, you can get on a roll in this tournament, can't you?
It's a great point, and looking at that, and again, looking at some of the minutes that our kids do play, certainly that day off would certainly bode well. And then I think it's the IPFW Denver matchups. That's the 3-6. And so, we'll see. We'll see in one game at a time here. It's survival, and it's IUPUI, and see what we can do with them on Saturday.
Best of luck, Coach, and have fun in Sioux Falls, and good luck in that matchup with IUPUI.
Thanks, Jeremy.
All right, the Bison women play IUPUI this weekend, of course, on 790 KFGO. We'll have the radio call for you. It's national television as well on Fox College Sports. Enjoy the week, everyone. Enjoy March. We'll see you later.